Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this series of lecture, we are going to see about 8051 microcontroller subject code BEC405A. In this video, we are going to cover the module 1, which consists of the following contents. Microcontroller, where we'll first see about the introduction of microcontroller, then microprocessor versus microcontroller, microcontroller and embedded processor, then processor architecture, that is nothing but two types, hardware versus Princeton. Princeton is otherwise called as von Neumann, and RISC versus CISC. 8051 architecture, which consists of registers, pin diagram, input-output port function, internal memory organization, external memory, that is ROM and RAM interfacing. So these are the contents. First, we'll be seeing about the introduction of microcontroller, microprocessor versus microcontroller, and microcontroller and embedded system processors. So moving on to the next content, what is microcontroller? Yes, it is nothing but it is a single integrated circuit which contains processor core, memory, and programmable input-output peripherals. So this complete microcontroller is going to perform only specific task. It is going to execute only specific task. So that task will be dedicated to specific function. Maybe it is an electrical or a mechanical system. So what about the different application? Yes, home appliance, automotive systems, consumer electronics. So home automation, switching on a motor, washing machine, automotive system, a robot, a car engine, starting a car engine automatically with a sensor detection. So these are some real-time examples which comes under the 8051, which is built using 8051 microcontroller. Not alone 8051 microcontrollers, there are many other microcontrollers used to automate all these processes. Next, this is integrated with CPU, that is central processing unit, memory unit, and input-output functionality. So that is what we saw here. A single chip which consists of all these processor, memory unit, input-output in a one single chip. Yes, moving on to the next topic, microprocessor versus microcontroller. So there are many features that we need to discuss when we are seeing the differentiation between microprocessor and a microcontroller. So based on functionality, your microprocessor is having a CPU. Microcontroller will have a very mini computer which is embedded on that particular chip. What purpose it is used for? It is used as a general purpose computing. It is used for many tasks. It is not confined for specific tasks. Microprocessor is used for many tasks. Microcontroller is used only for specific tasks. Design. Microprocessor is just a complex in design and it has a high clock speed. Here the microcontroller is simpler in design because all the resistor, capacitor, all the units is just embedded in a one single chip. Regarding the memory, your microprocessor has external RAM and ROM. So the memory unit is connected externally, but microcontroller itself has internal RAM and ROM. About input-output peripherals, all the input and output that has to be connected is connected externally. In microprocessor, it is always integrated in the chip. So microcontroller has an integrated input-output peripherals. Cost. When the construction is obviously complex, the cost is expensive. Here it is simple construction, so it is less expensive. Power consumption. So you have high clock speed, so obviously power consumption will be on the higher side. Here everything is integrated in one single chip, so the power consumption used for it is low. Applications, it is used in smartphones, laptops, computers. Here In microcontroller, we term it as embedded system. That is nothing but the real-time applications we use, washing machine, car, starting of a car, refrigerator, all these comes under embedded system. So moving on to microcontroller and embedded processor. So microcontroller unit is nothing but, we have already discussed that it is a single chip. It is used and designed for only specific task. But here the embedded processor, it is compassing many number of microprocessor that is being used in the embedded system. Say it is dedicated for very specific functions like controlling a car engine or operating only traffic light. So it is sticking on to one particular application. Here the microcontroller is having CPU, memory unit, that is your RAM and ROM integrated into it, input output peripherals. So with this input output peripherals, interaction between the external devices happens. So when you connect a sensor, actuators, display, or any kind of peripherals that is attached to the chip. Here it can include any number of microcontrollers and also processor depending on the application it is operating. So the embedded processor is nothing but it is a combination of processors and controllers combined together to rule a specific task. And here, because everything is integrated in one single chip, the power is consumed at a lower rate and also it is cost effective. But here the power is on the higher side, but it is optimized by the embedded processor. And the examples are nothing but for microcontrollers, washing machine, thermostat regulators, remote controllers, obviously television remotes. Here the microprocessor can also be used as embedded processors. So if it is for complex embedded system, that is building a robot, industrial robots or home robots, all those comes under embedded processor. So hope you have understood the small concepts of what is microcontroller and microprocessor with microcontroller and embedded processors. Stay tuned for the next set of portions to be covered. Thank you.